All right, now we've got this YouTube manometer practice. Let me just change the color of my pen. And in class, folks, we saw a lot of confusion with these, so let's take them step by step. All right, the pressure of the room here is 760 millimeters of mercury, which is pushing down on this side of the YouTube manometer. Now, if we look at the way this mercury is, this side is lower, which means that we must be seeing a stronger pressure from the air that is in the bulb, or the gas that is in the bulb. So now I know that I must need a number that is higher than 760, because there are more particles pushing down on this side than there are on the other side. So I know this pressure has to be higher than 760. All right, well now I'm going to find the difference in the pressures. 100 minus 70 is a difference of pressure of 30. So I know that this bulb has 30 millimeters of mercury different than this room pressure. Now it must be 30 millimeters of mercury higher because there's more gas pushing down on this side, which is why the level here is lower. So 760 plus 30 is 790 millimeters of mercury. So that must be the pressure that's pushing down here, because that's a higher pressure than this. All right, let's try this one. It's still 760 pushing down on this side, although this time we notice that this side is lower. So this pressure must be more than the pressure pushing down on this side. Let's find the difference. 127 minus 25 is 102. So I know that there's a difference of pressure of 102 millimeters of mercury, and that this bulb has less pressure than the room, because look, the level of the mercury shows that this is being pushed down more. So I'm going to do 760 minus 102. And get 658 as my pressure inside the bulb, which makes sense because this is a lower pressure on this side because the mercury is higher. Okay, let's try it. This is 760 pushing down here still, and they're equal. So 42 minus 42 is 0. So the difference in pressure here is 0, which means that this one must also be 760 millimeters of mercury. Okay, let's go to this problem. This is still 760 pushing down here. And this time it's a higher pressure on the bulb side. And so let's find the difference. 127 minus 23 is 104. And so this must be higher because there's more particles pushing down on this side, causing it to go lower. So 760 plus 104 is 864. So the pressure in here is 864 millimeters of mercury. Makes sense because the pressure on this side is higher. Okay, this time the room pressure is different. It's 725 pushing down on this side. The bulb pressure here is higher because the mercury level is being pushed down more. So this must have a higher value than 725. The difference here is 106 minus 18. Oops, I aligned that wrong. Let me rewrite that. 106 minus 18. 16 minus 8 is 8. So we get at, my math is so bad here. 106 minus 18 is not 188. It is going to be 88. I forgot to cancel my 1 here. Ooh, long day. So the difference here is 88. This bulb is 88 higher than the room pressure. So we do 725 plus 88. 3, 11. This is what happens when you try to do math at night. So the pressure in here is 813 millimeters of mercury. All right, sorry for those mistakes there. Let's try this again. The pressure outside is 725. This pressure is higher than that. So we find the difference here. We see that it is 88. And when we add 88 to our room pressure, we see that we get 813. Let's see if I can do this one without making a mistake. The pressure in the room is higher, so we should expect to see this as lower than 725. Well, let's find our difference now. 74 minus 14 is 60. So this pressure in here must be 60 lower than 725. So 725 minus 60. 72 minus 6 is 66. So we get a pressure here of 665 millimeters of mercury. The reason why this is lower is because there's less particles pushing down here than there are on this side. All right, this one we see that the pressure on the room side is higher because it's pushing down more. So this must have a lower value. Well, 96 minus 82 is 14. And so 725 is going to be, it's going to be lower than 725. So 725 minus 14, 711 is our pressure. And that makes sense because this had a higher on the mercury side, so it must be a lower pressure. Last problem here. We still have 725 as our room pressure pushing down, and notice that this side it must be higher, so 725 is going to be higher, so in the bulb it has to be a lower pressure. Well, 102 minus 6 is 96, and so there's 96 difference here between the room and the bulb. The bulb is lower, so 725 minus 96 gives us 629 millimeters of mercury. Again, the pressure in the room is higher, so the bulb must be lower. All right, some last tips here. This exam will cover spark plugs number 10 through 14, so I recommend you study those. Remember, when you're studying, cover up the answer with your hands, then quiz yourself, then lift up your hand to see if you have it correct. Also, you can check your Unit 2 homeworks number 1 through 3. Those will also be stuff that is covered on the exam. Again, don't forget to check out those Eureka videos. They are listed at the beginning of the video. If at any time you feel like this video was rushed, remember you have the control to pause. So if you're getting confused, pause it, get caught up, and then play again. And you can even rewind if you're getting stuck on a part. Good luck on the studying, and we will see you for your exam.